So I recently walked into a famous mom and pop DJ store called Rock and Soul in Manhattan, New York City. And I went to pick up a new portable deck because you guys know I love to try to find the portable, powerful solution. And we're going to open this up and see if this fits the bill. What's up, my fearless friends? Shayshahn, Phearnone, MacPherson, back to you with another Gear and Gadgets. And today's episode is for my mobile DJs. I want to talk to you about a deck called the Hercules DJ Control Mix. And it's a deck that's made specifically for Algorithm DJ, which is a program made by Mac, ironically. So it works really well with the iPad and iPhone. Let's get into it. So we'll go through a quick unboxing of the DJ Control Mix. Opening up this small package. Got some directions. We have this Y cable that we'll speak about later. We have a stand that's kind of nice for your phone. We have a subscription to DJ Pro. And we'll pull out the main board with this yellow bottom. Sealed nicely. No light on the bottom, like the Starlight by Hercules, but still cool. This is the USB-C to USB-A cord. And a big thank you. What I'm going to do today is show you guys a quick review on this DJ Control Mix. And then, you know, it's for entry-level DJs, people just learning how to DJ, and they, you know, might just want to use an iPad or an iPhone and just the music that they have inside of it. But maybe once you start getting good, there's some ways to make this deck a little more intermediate, where you can make the plugins in the sound card much stronger than just what's in the iPad or the deck. Also, you know, I play an instrument while I DJ, so I have a way that we can make that work too with a very small footprint. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of what I like and what I don't like about this deck. The things that I do like is that it can be used wirelessly into an iPad or iPhone. I think that's very cool. You still have to give it power some way. So the use case scenarios that I'm going to show you for an intermediate use are probably better to use, but it is cool that you don't need to plug it in to use it. I do like the color. The white color of it is very cool and different and a clean look. The cons are that it doesn't actually have a headphone input on the actual deck, but they do give you a wire where you can split the sound into headphones and split the sound out into whatever speaker system you're using. So I guess they try to fix that. I also wish they had a way to still toggle on the actual deck. I know because you're using an iPhone or iPad, they expect you just to touch the iPhone or iPad. But it would be nice if it had a little knob to control going up and down on the actual, you know, through your songs. But I guess for $109, it's not bad. So in the first use case scenario, I'm using an ASU USB-C breakout cord to power the iPad and to put other peripherals into the iPad. You know, it's similar to like the camera kit for the iPhone, where you have a breakout and you can power and still use the USB outs on it. I also have a Apogee Jam plugged in and running GarageBand, so I can play my instrument, or you could actually do vocals if you wanted to over the top of whatever you're playing in Algorithm. So let me show you an example of that. Right now, I have a loop set up, as you can see, and that's very cool. And what's really cool about this is the iPad has great visuals. The screen is very good. And I have just an 8-bar loop here, right? One of my songs that I remixed. And now I could just play the violin through it. So that's a very cool thing that you can do. This iPad is so powerful that you can run 2 programs at the same time. And I've done this for sets, so it's reliable. What else is cool about this DJ Control setup is that even though I gave it a con for not having an out, for headphones, they do give you this wire that splits the 2 sounds. So you can plug in headphones into this green part right here, and this will just be your out that you can send into a wire that splits out into the board, which I have going on over here. So I have this 1/8 inch jack from one end of the splitter, and it's splitting into a RCA connection into my mixer. And that's how I get the sound out, and you can mix. And I don't know if you can see up here, there's a split control where you can hear and still use it like a traditional cue mix. So you can blend tracks coming up or hear the next track that's about to play. So it is cool. They tried to fix not having any actual headphone in on the actual deck itself. So we're going to get into the second use case, and I feel like this is even a step up above just using the USB-C dongle, and that's using this DI box, which is a USB DI by a company called Radio, and they are very reputable when it comes to DI boxes and having quality sound come out of your computer, or in this use case, the iPhone or the iPad. So what you're going to need to set this up is the DI box, and I'm using just the USB-C cord from Apple. Now, if you want to charge the iPad like I was doing with the USB-C dongle, you're going to have to they have like an AV kit where it has a charging port on the side. Right now, I'm just going to use this, but no, if you want to get that, you got to spend the extra $70 to get the other dongle. You know how Apple loves their dongles. The third thing you're going to need is something similar to this Anchor. I'm using an Anchor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 USB output. And what I do is I plug the Anchor in, and I just plug this directly into the iPad. The only thing bad about this Anchor compared to the USB-C dongle is that it actually needs to be plugged in. So if you're trying to be mobile and quick, it is an extra plug that you have to plug in, but it is a reliable USB-C, or, it's a reliable USB breakout. And you get 7 ports to use. So you can still use, anything that you want to plug into the iPad. So we're going to plug in the Hercules deck. And you'll see that light up. And we're going to plug in the Radio USB Pro DI. I use this a whole lot because it can get beat up on the road. So once you have the radio plugged into the Anchor, you just plug in the Y cord into it. The green part of it, you want to put your headphones in there, and then you can do something similar to what I'm doing and put an 1/8 inch to an RCA breakout into the board. Or you could just put your headphones on the green side and have the XLR, which is a more solid connection for music, going straight into your XLR channel, and you still get sound like this.
I miss you if you wasn't here, girl.
And as you can see, you can still hear it.
I miss you if you wasn't here, girl.
So we're at the end of the video. Thanks for coming by Gear and Gadgets and checking out my review of the Hercules DJ Control mix and how you can use it to use your iPad or iPhone to DJ, and how you can make it go from a beginner deck into a little bit more intermediate by using products like Radial's DI or, you know, the Apogee Jam to get a better, stronger sound when you're out DJing until you can afford a bigger board. But I really think this DJing on the iPad Pro is going to be the wave in the future because of the processing power and the mobility. If there's anything you want to know, or if you want to get these products, they'll be down in the description or on my website. And I really appreciate you guys coming by. My name is Shayshahn, Phearnone MacPherson. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.